For 32 years, it was the most dependable stock in America. Then, in 90 days, it was gone. The company was General Electric, the stock every financial advisor called a must-own, the one that felt as safe as the ground beneath your feet. Jet engines, power plants, medical equipment. GE was not just a company, it was the backbone of the American economy. From 1977 to 2009, GE raised its dividend every single year without exception. 32 years of unbroken raises. Millions of Americans held GE stock in their retirement accounts, not as a gamble, as a certainty, as the floor of their financial lives. At its peak, GE was the most valuable company on Earth, worth over $500 billion, larger than any bank, any tech giant, anything. But underneath all of that size and history and reputation, something was quietly rotting. GE had quietly built one of the largest financial services divisions in America inside its industrial business, GE Capital, and GE Capital was making enormous bets. When 2008 hit, GE Capital nearly brought the entire company down. The government had to step in to keep GE's debt from collapsing the financial system. GE survived 2008, but it was wounded, and investors who assumed that survival meant recovery made a very costly assumption. Throughout the early 2000s, GE kept paying its dividend, the check kept arriving, and investors kept trusting the name. Then came 2017. A new CEO arrived. He looked at the books honestly for the first time in years, and what he found changed everything. The power division was collapsing. The debt was enormous. The free cash flow, the actual money available to pay dividends, had been shrinking for years. In November 2017, GE cut its dividend in half, from 24 cents per share to 12 cents, the first cut since the Great Depression. The stock fell sharply. Investors who had held GE for decades watched their savings shrink overnight. But that was not even the worst part. In October 2018, GE cut its dividend again, this time to 1 cent per share, 1 single penny per quarter. From 24 cents to 1 cent in less than 12 months. And the stock price? GE had fallen from $30 to under $7 in the same period. If you held $100,000 of GE stock, you now held around $23,000 worth, and your income had dropped by over 95%. Now, here's the part that matters most. The warning signs were visible years before the collapse, if you knew where to look. Warning sign 1. The payout ratio was quietly climbing for years. GE was paying out far more in dividends than its industrial business actually earned. GE was essentially borrowing to pay its dividend, propping up the check with debt rather than genuine earnings, a house of cards dressed as a fortress. Warning sign 2. The free cash flow never matched the dividend promises. Free cash flow is the real money. Everything else is just accounting. Warning sign 3. GE Capital. Any company with a massive hidden financial operation is carrying risks its industrial dividend cannot cover. 3 warning signs, all there, all documented, all buried under decades of trust in a name that had never let anyone down before. The name GE made investors feel safe, but safety in dividend investing does not come from a name. It comes from the numbers behind the name. GE is still around today. It has restructured. It has rebuilt. It even raises its dividend again, now as GE Aerospace, but it's a fundamentally different company. The investors who recovered were the ones who understood what happened and adapted. The ones still hurting are the ones who held, waiting for the old GE to come back. Check the payout ratio. Check the free cash flow. Understand every business a company runs, not just the one on the front of the building. 32 years of raises built a mountain of trust. 90 days destroyed it. Trust the numbers, not the mountain. No name is too big to check. No streak is too long to question. Do the work before you trust. See you next time, dividend friends.